Hey there guys, it's Luke here, your digital concierge at Gramophone. Today we're going to be taking a look at a product that is the first of its kind from Audeze, the makers of some of our favorite planar magnetic headphones. This is the new Audeze Euclid, and it is their first closed-back planar magnetic in-ear monitor, already making it a very unique product across the whole market. So we're really intrigued to see what this new product type using a planar magnetic driver can do. Make sure you guys get subscribed to the Gramophone channel because we've got a lot of great stuff coming up for you. So click on that bell notification icon so you don't miss out. Alright guys, we went ahead and took the Euclids out of the box. They come in this sweet Pelican case. I mean, look at this thing. It's got a carabiner on it and everything. Feels really durable. It's basically waterproof. Like, I was not expecting this. This is cool, Audeze. Open up the latch on the front, and underneath we got a nice mesh sack to keep some of your accessories in. Little cleaning brush. These are really handy for IEMs, by the way, especially high-end ones, as you don't want a bunch of gunk getting in them. So inside we get a little goodie bag full of all kinds of different ear tips that I'll show you guys a little bit later. Your Audeze certificates of authenticity, a few other goodies as well. Let's get a nicely bundled cable here. This is like the traditional Audeze braided cable that looks really cool. This is a 3.5mm connector, but of course can be adapted to 1/4 inch if you use an adapter plug. And these use snap connectors up top. Really nice looking cable. And then here are the Euclid earbuds themselves. And these are really sweet with an aluminum build. It looks really cool, carbon fiber. So as I already mentioned, the most important stuff is kind of already out of the way, but let's recap. Planar magnetic, closed back, in-ear monitor. Not a combination of words you often find together in the same sentence, and that already is the biggest selling point. But to give you guys some more details, being an Audeze, this is built using a miniaturized version of their Uniforce diaphragm, built around small but powerful N50 neodymium magnets, known by Audeze as the Fluxor array. And in the sound path are the Audeze Phasor waveguides, which really help with the acoustic tuning of almost all Audeze products that utilize them. So there's a lot of cool tech in these little guys, and I have no doubt they're gonna sound like it too. And despite their small size, these have a very impressive 18mm driver. That's probably one of the largest total driver sizes I've heard of yet in what is a true IEM. So what does that all mean? Why do you want, for its size, a large diaphragm planar magnetic in-ear monitor over, say, many of the other things on the market, such as miniaturized dynamic driver IEMs or balanced armature IEMs? Well, the reason is, if you've already heard any kind of planar headphone, you probably already know that planar resolution and the ability to hit some insane loudness numbers while maintaining next to no perceivable distortion. These can make a maximum sound pressure level of over 120 decibels, which is complete madness that will cause your audiologist to hate you and also probably take away your ability to hear much of anything else for much longer. But they can do it, and it just speaks to the range of performance that Audeze can achieve in a design like this that really hasn't quite been seen before. With that planar driver, of course, comes the resolution, the transparency, and the microdynamics we all know and love that turn on a dime speed and a sense of imaging that is quite impressive even for an in-ear monitor. Some in-ears still do this well, but being an Audeze planar with that great positional accuracy, it's here. And having tried these out on both music and playing some computer games on them, when you needed to pinpoint something, you could. And I was quite taken aback with just how well I could still do that using an IEM. And that's when compared against Audeze's own GX gaming headset. We also did a video on that, by the way, be sure to check it out. And still, these hold up. It was nuts. And to give you guys the numbers, these have a total harmonic distortion of less than 0.1% at virtually any frequency. As we know and love from planar products, they are so crystal clear. They have a sensitivity of 105 decibels and they're only 12 ohms, so they are insanely easy to drive. Even plugged into an iPhone 10 with the included dongle, they actually sounded pretty good, had more than enough volume. And then when you upgrade to something like, say, a AudioQuest Dragonfly Cobalt, and use the included USB-C adapter on an Android device, or use an Apple USB adapter and take that with you, ooh buddy, do you have a winning combination that's still quite portable. Much like a pair of over-the-ear Audeze headphones, their sense of accuracy and imaging, as I said, is amazing. Their microdynamics are very precise, and their overall timbre leans at first a little bit thin. When you first get these out of the packaging and plug them in, you may feel a little taken aback, feeling like something's missing, but don't worry, they just need to break in a little bit. In being a planar, a lighter than air diaphragm, the break-in actually occurs relatively quickly, even just after a few hours of letting them play and then putting them back on. They already sounded much more natural and way more fun. Even just a day's worth of listening pretty much does it. It's a great thing about planars, none of that 100-hour break-in nonsense. While a little bit light on bass at first, do take EQ relatively well, like most other planars do. They kind of just do what you tell them. But even the natural profile with no EQ, no nothing, while leaning a little bit airy, a little bit light, it has that incredible resolution that we're all going to appreciate. And the bass that is there, even if not overpowering, it's tight. It's accurate. It's not messy. Let them break in a little bit. Try a little EQ if that's an option. They will reward you. Alright guys, let's talk about the design aspects of the Audeze Euclid, and as you guys can already see, there's some good lookers. These are a really precision milled aluminum body that feels great even when you hold it in your fingertips. You can just feel that the build quality is there. Certainly worthy of this price class and a standout all on its own. I've always really liked Audeze cables because they're actually decent. They provide you with something stock that is good, not something you're immediately going to be scrambling to replace with a superior aftermarket option, because this is actually quality. This is a high quality copper round braided cable that looks really cool, feels great, and as far as I can tell, sounds just fine. With great connectors on the top, a really solid 3.5 on the bottom, and just, it looks cool. Looking at the Euclid itself, you can see the Audeze logo, and what's a really cool feature of this is when you insert it into your ear, it's helpful to do so at an angle and then twist it downward. It makes the Audeze logo stand straight up, so Audeze really nailed the actual design in terms of how it looks on you, the user, which is a big part of this whole process. As we look closer, you guys can see there is a carbon fiber backplate right underneath the logo. You have the gold accents on the side that look really sharp, and looking at the back that will be facing inward toward your ear, this has got a nice profile to it to help fit into your ear. Now I will say this, they do feel a little awkward at first, but you get used to them. And the many different included ear tips that they give you really help with that too. So go through all of them, find the right one, and they do get comfy. It's just if you've never worn a larger IEM like this before, it might feel a little awkward at first, but you do adapt and they do give you the options to make them more comfortable. And you guys probably won't see this on camera, but they're each marked with a little R and a little L down here, so you can clearly see which one is left, which one is right. As for your cable, because this is detachable, the one with the red band is your right, the one with the blue band is your left. And just a note to weight for you guys, these come in at 15 grams, also 0.03 pounds. A little bit heavier than your average IEM, obviously allowing for that larger planar on the inside, but thanks to the good shape and the great variety of ear tips, these are still very comfortable. Nice watertight Pelican style case that's clear, as you guys can see. Good padding to keep your Euclid safe, as well as some space for your cable. You can also tuck the mesh sack back in here, which you can use for your accessories. It latches really well and tightly. The carabiner is a cool little touch. Feels really solid, has a cool look to it. Wasn't expecting it, think it's a nice little bonus. Throw this in your bag, you'll never have to worry about it. These do only come in the black finish with the gold trim, but they're very sharp and I have no doubt that you'll like them. They pretty much blend and work with almost any fashion style. Okay, so real quick note, Audeze Certificate of Authenticity and Audeze User Guide kind of come in these cool credit card designs. So you get some standard Audeze made silicone ear tips, you get some Comply tips, these are my personal favorite, but try them all out, see what you guys like. and you get some spin fits, which is a third-party silicone tip, arguably a little bit higher quality than the standard black ones, but again, try them all out, see what you like. The fact that Audeze actually goes out of their way to give you even these third-party options, which a lot of them are highly regarded in the industry, is awesome. They are really trying to help you out and help you find that best experience. So let's take a look. Here are your standard tips. You've pretty much seen these pop up elsewhere on other IEMs, standard black silicone. They do the job. I am a really big fan of these Comply tips. These things are really cool and super comfy, if you ask me. These are a memory foam ear tip. So the way that you'll use these is you'll slip these onto the end of the Euclid, kind of smush them down like this. I usually just kind of round them out in my fingers, and then insert them into your ears. You just get that tight into your ear canal, about as comfortably as you can, and they will slightly expand back into shape and make a really, really tight seal so you get great audio performance. And then let's look at the spin fits. These have a bit of a different look to them, which I think is kind of fresh too. You get 3 different sizes of these, 3 different sizes of the standard, 3 different sizes of the Comply, so we're pretty much good to go on all fronts here. The different sizes are denoted by the colors of the inner ring. They're a bit of a softer texture and they're a little bit more pliable. These are a little bit denser. These are a little bit thinner, but still feel really quality. So depending on what you like, if you want something that's kind of in the middle, something that's very dense but form-fitting and kind of cushy, or just something that's as light and airy as possible but still makes a seal in your ear, there you go. These being an in-ear monitor, use the standard MMCX connector that we see on many other type of in-ear monitors as well, making this very, very universally compatible with just about any other kind of MMCX cable. So if you want to get yourself a balanced cable or something a little bit different or something fancy like a silver IEM cable, you can do that. Though, as I've said before, the standard Audeze cable is very sleek and elegant and definitely quality. And unless you need to go to a different connector for some reason, I think this one definitely does the trick just fine. And this is 3.5mm out of the box, but using a quality 1/4" adapter, you could go straight into that. Now then, guys, Audeze has some really cool things planned for the Euclid. They are planning to release a 4.4 Pentacon balanced cable, which will be really cool, especially if you have a balanced portable media player, like certain models of the Sony Walkman. Also check out our video on one of those models that we did. And then here's what I think is really cool. They are planning on releasing a Bluetooth dongle. Basically a cable that's MMCX for your Euclids that has a little Bluetooth transmitter and receiver, plus included batteries, amps, all that to effectively make this a Bluetooth in-ear monitor headset. Sure, Bluetooth is a little less audio quality than wired, but just the convenience, and it's still going to sound amazing because it's the Euclid. For under $1,500, the Audeze Euclids are just downright cool and a definite trendsetter in the space of in-ear monitors, offering what is a large-size planar driver in a product this small and this convenient and this much ready for travel is a knockout. And if you guys are ready to have a authentically hi-fi experience beyond many of other things while on the go, I think this is the one. Planar IEM is a win. So if you guys are ready to take some of the best sound you can possibly have with you wherever you go, head on over to skybygramophone.com where you can check out securely and have a fresh new pair of Euclids shipped to you fast and free straight to your door. Also, come find us and demo many Audeze products in one of our showroom locations. Stop in or give us a call at Timonium, Columbia, and Gaithersburg, Maryland, and you can also check out our beautiful kitchen design center in Hunt Valley while you're out. We're even on social media. Come find us on Facebook, Instagram, Howls, and Twitter, as well as a few others. Just check the links down below. If you guys need help coming up with project ideas, need to schedule a service request, or want to speak to one of our hi-fi, home theater, and interior design experts, get inspired at gramophone.com and ask at gramophone.com if you have any questions regarding any product I've covered here on the channel. You know what to do now. Give us a like if you enjoyed this video, put a comment down below, and subscribe to the Gramophone channel for all of your audio and home theater needs. What do you think about the Euclids? Are you excited about them? What do you want to be able to do with these, and what do you want to see from us in the future? Thank you for watching. Me seeing you.